All right. So, last time in Esmios, our party found rest in the outskirts of Ormkirk, though some sleeping better than others. David was haunted by a vision of the grotto being destroyed and his mother's final moments. However, he gained a new clue as to who was behind the genocide. In the morning, everyone began to go about their day. Navora checking the perimeter, Adris trying to solve a code, and Butcher attempting to resurrect Ina. While successful in the spell, Ina was not willing to return, telling Butcher that the party no longer needed her and that they could succeed on their own. After a burial, the Funky Bunch continued to the familiar town of Hadburn to warn the officials of the massacre that had just occurred. Longing for a night of peace and revelry, everyone made their way to the Crimson Fletcher Inn. Here, Atris and Navora began to speak to some interesting individuals appearing to be members of the Golden Dragons. After some conversation, Atris was led outside by a large half-orc, and once alone, the man revealed himself to be Yorix, Atris's older brother. Now, while that is going on, Butcher, David, and Zan, what are you guys up to?
So I have questions.
I need to go out for a breather in an alleyway.
Yeah, I need a small.
My character smokes now. I need to go out.
Character trait?
No, I was basically wondering, because my passive perception is +8, would I be aware of what's happening? Like, I feel like I would keep an eye on Atris if she was just going and talking to these random people.
So, as far as you guys know, because Atris approached Navora, all of you were together, Atris approached Navora and said, "Can you accompany me to the bathroom?" So, any of you can roll insight on that if you want. Atris, roll a deception check for me, just to set the DC.
I'm not gonna roll.
Can it not be deception?
Nope.
I got a 16.
Okay.
I think I'm just dumb and I just assume he's being genuine. Like,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, he's going to the bathroom.
It's a 21, so.
Are you gonna roll insight, or are you just gonna let Atris and Navora do their thing?
We're dumb, man, and we just take things at face value.
Yeah,
I just
I've
think
got
he
no-
really had to pee. So
So yeah, as far as you three are concerned, Navora and Atris have gone to the bathroom. They're doing their own thing. The three of you are left to your own devices. There's a bar. There are several people that you can talk to if you so choose. There's a couple of games of chance occurring. There's some dice. There's cards. There's a couple drinking games being played. I just realized I did not grab dice, babe.
Oh, no
Cody.
dice.
So I think I'm
Guess you critically
Means no
failed.
rolling.
just gonna be hanging out with my husband, knowing that he had a really shitty dream and a bit of a vision. I'm just like slowly hanging out, maybe having like a meet or two with him.
I'm just like kind of doing like a mildly buzzed rant about like how did I end up in this place where like she looked at me. I promise she looked at me. It wasn't coincidence. Like, why would she look 3/4 turn to the left at a bookshelf when she's about to die? It just doesn't. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'll just like go back to like drinking my drink.
Nice.
Where are we seated? Like, they were in some booth. Are they like behind? Like, am I at the bar and they're behind me, or like?
This place is absolutely packed tonight. There's clearly just a lot of people are in a good headspace. They're going to the bar, they're grabbing some dinner, they're grabbing a couple of drinks. It's like a Saturday night. The only available seating is at the bar, which is on the opposite end of the room than where Atris and Navora had gone. And sitting at the bar, your backs are to them.
Okay, sorry, Atris.
Oh no.
Butcher, what are you up to?
Nothing. I have no idea.
No,
Was I
you're
was at the.
You're listening to David rant about his dream.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Okay.
I think what will happen is I would like to ask more about what happened with the resurrection. So we'd have like a discussion about like what he saw and stuff like that and how it felt and just like curiosity because I've resurrected things, but not like that way, you know? Like I've never had to go do something. I'm more just like you, and then it comes. So I'm just intensely curious about the whole like spell side of things as far as resurrection. So I think that's what we're just like small chatting about.
Yeah. It was like a library. I assume not everyone goes to a library. Maybe that was specifically a Ina thing.
Or is it though? Maybe we'll have to keep trying to res people.
Right?
Just to see. We need more sample size.
Listen, I'll res you, but I
Butcher?
just want to see where you go, so we're gonna kill you first. It's for science.
Just let me kill you.
Look, she's writing it down. That means it's totally legit.
Butcher, you do roll a. No, you saw this earlier today. You do remember that David's mother was also in this library.
Oh, dude, yeah. That's right. We had talked. Did I put a note to just talk about that or something? Or did we talk about that already?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know that we did.
You guys did not discuss what happened.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
kind of
your
in the
mom
mid.
says hi.
I'm sorry, what now?
Word from your moms, right? Okay, so I'd basically tell him that I did recognize your mom there. You know?
Okay.
So she seemed like she was having a good time.
I think I like look down at my glass and kind of just like ponder over
She
the
was
thought.
like, refresh my memory. What was she doing? Wasn't she
They were
laughing about
talking.
something?
Like
or-
both Ina and her were in communication.
Yeah.
Right.
You remember that Ina said that David's mom is the one that greeted her
Yeah, okay.
and was the one that was kind of starting to show her the ropes and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's got to be comforting, right? I mean, she's doing her thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Still.
it's unfortunate that you can ask questions, but at least I know she's not an easy.
Would I know anything about asking her questions?
What do you mean?
I'm to the
Oh,
DM.
sorry.
Out of character, sorry.
No, no.
You know that you would need a spell like Speak with Dead.
Let me just look mine up real quick. Speak with Dad. Jesus,
Okay.
that's a level 3 spell. I got that a long time ago.
Yeah. So you do know that if you cast that spell on really the corpse that travels with you at all times, you could ask some questions.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, I know that David has some sort of like undead vibe going on. So like, do you ever talk to your mom or dad? Like,
Not
with
something
magic?
that I ever learned how to do.
Oh, could I teach him how to do that?
Be kind of cool.
Do you? So, David, do you
Yeah.
have?
It's
kind of a
do you have access
cleric
to wizard
spell.
spell?
Yeah.
So I believe you do have access to Speak with Dead.
I just am trying to make up a reason for not thinking about it. So if we could just make this the reason, that would be great.
You didn't learn that spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do I can heal my?
Third level necromancy, classes bard cleric.
Oh, so no, you can't even learn that spell.
So yeah, it's not my fault. How do I heal people on this stupid thing?
It's not the biggest deal. I just wanted to bring it up. Just in
Yeah.
case.
No, I
The corpse
changed
must
it.
have a mouth and can't be undead.
What constitutes a okay, so it's dead, but what constitutes a
Okay.
mouth? Is it the
It needs
full
to
thing?
be able to make sounds. Like it has to have flappy bits.
Okay, it doesn't
Can't be
have...
missing its lower jaw.
Oh yeah, see, they're Michonne zombies.
Oh yeah, you turn off their jaws.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's no and they're undead.
Yeah. So
Okay.
really, you can't talk to your mom.
No, that makes me feel better.
That's probably better. It's probably better off that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on. What about commune? Okay, never mind.
Putting you into the
Anyways, we're
garage.
chit chatting. That's it.
Yeah, we're talking.
All right. Atris. You find yourself outside, feeling your brother's hand gripped on your shoulder as he leans into the other ear and says, "Hello, sister."
Does it seem? I'd like to run. Does it seem? I don't know how to like. I guess aggressive is the word that I'm looking for.
Roll an insight check.
13.
13.
I have a +10 to insight, by the way. I rolled a fucking 3.
That's
No.
okay.
Do we have any buffs?
Nah, sadly.
Your brother's always been hard to read. He always kind of speaks with a sinister tone, even though he doesn't always mean it. He's a tricky one to read, man.
Is there anybody else in the alley, or is it completely deserted other than us?
Roll a perception check.
Can I fucking inspiration point this, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I was waiting for, can I yeet myself out the window?
Yeah, honestly, I had a fucking nat 1, so yeah, I'd love to yeet myself into the window.
I would like to take bonus action defenestration, please.
It's 11.
11. Looking around very quickly, you don't see anyone. It's pretty dead. It's pretty quiet.
And he has one hand on my shoulder. What is his other hand doing?
You don't know. He is behind you, and with an 11 perception check, you're not quite sure.
So he's leading me into the alley, one hand on my shoulder, kind of tight. Nobody else seems to be in the alley. Is that right?
Yeah. The two of you are in the alley at the moment.
Did he stop me, or are we still moving?
You guys, by the time he revealed himself to be Oryx, he was standing, you guys were, in the middle of the alley.
Okay, so I'd like to do two things, and I don't know if I can do them at the same time. So I want your input here. I'd like to reach for the dagger that is his dagger, and at the same time, I want to call out mentally for the traveler. I don't know if I can do that at the same time.
Are you trying to grab the dagger sneakily, or are you just grabbing it?
Nope, full on. He's totally allowed to see me do it. I don't care. I'm not doing it in a way that I'm going to be threatening. I can even, I don't think it's possible, but I would love to grab it by the blade rather than the hilt. But I don't think that I can do that. I feel like it's
in a knife. It's a nice knife socket sort of thing. It's in a sheath, so you can't.
I have an idea. Just say I believe this is yours.
Knife socket.
Seems less threatening then.
Traveler, roll a religion check for me.
Come on, Jesus, speak to me.
Sorry, what was that?
19.
19. You hear a very calm, relaxed voice kind of in the back of your head, just saying, "Relax. Everything will be fine." And as you grab the knife and kind of reveal what it is, you hear Yorick's kind of chuckle. "So you got my note then?"
I feel like I would be too scared to say anything, so I feel like I'm just holding the dagger by the hilt. Still not in a way that I would fucking shank him, but just kind of holding it and staring straight ahead.
He lets go of your shoulder and kind of turns you to face him. He takes a step back and just regards you for a moment. "You don't remember that blade, do you?"
Still, I still feel like I'm in total shock, so I just maybe take like one step back, like a back foot, and just to be on guard, but shake my head and say nothing else.
I won those in a game of chance against some shadow relic person. And you really don't remember those, do you? You always had fun playing with them when you were younger.
Whoa, Child Protective Services, excuse me.
They're the songbirds. And he pulls out a blade that is completely identical, except for the gem inlet in the hilt. In yours, there's an emerald. In his, there's a sapphire. One always knows the location of the other.
So, could he have tracked me the whole time, or is it just like by fate they end up traveling together?
Roll a history check. Let's see if you do better than the first time you rolled a history
They're
check. on
fucking
this
swords.
dagger.
I don't even know. They're
It-
not even daggers now. They're swords.
Memory is shot.
It's a nat 1, so they're fucking swords, dude.
Man, how did you get these bow and arrows?
What the shit?
Yeah, you don't remember these daggers at all, and he just looks at your confusion, and he extends a hand for you to pass the dagger that you're holding in your hand.
I feel like
Go
real,
for it.
very hesitantly, I extend the hand, or like, so I flip the dagger, so I'm holding the blade hand, blade side rather, and then very gingerly place it in his extended palm.
He grabs it and he throws it,
Where does he throw it?
and it skims by your ear, kind of slicing a couple of hairs as it embeds itself in a crate that's behind you. He then holds up his knife, and you blink and he's gone.
Yo, what?
You turn around, and he's standing behind you, holding the blade that is in the box.
Teleportation
And he
knife.
He hands back the emerald inlaid dagger to you. They always know the location of the other. Can't always teleport there, but I always know where you were.
I don't know what to do. I just feel like I'm just like in awe the whole time, like internally it's like fuck.
Oh,
fuck,
that's
doing?
really impressive. Yeah, wow, having a good time. Yeah, wow.
Literally that.
I have to say, your performance at the Coliseum was very impressive.
You were there?
In one form or another. The half-orc form has been serving me well. The tusks hide this, and he gestures to the scar that travels from his temple across the eye into his jaw.
You know what to say about big tusks?
Was that described when he was the orc?
There were two massive tusks that were obscuring his face.
That's right. Fuck. Can I ask what's on the side of the bar that we're facing? Is there a window by chance?
This alley is just wall. There's no window. You
Look
get
at the window,
feeling that
yeah.
he led you down this one specifically for a reason.
It's like he's calculated.
Okay, I feel like I'm full, like I am religious as fuck. The traveler knows everything. Everything's gonna be fine. It's cool. I'm still like shaking. Like I feel like at this point I'm visibly shaking in front of him, but like like more just like a hand tremor. Like if he were to ask me to hand him something, I feel like I would be like, yeah, here you go. But like otherwise, I'm just kind of like, okay, you were there. That's cool. Yeah.
You're doing well. You're stronger than last time we met. Though, last time really wasn't a good time we saw each other, was it?
No.
I'm so stressed out right now. Can we just talk about
Try-
how I fucking
try
swear
and-
shit?
Try and steal the teleportation dagger and just yeet it and pray.
Teleport.
You have to say the word teleport though.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Teleport.
Yeah.
You don't know how to use it though, so you're just blinking up and down the alley back and forth.
Can't touch this. Ding, 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 ding.
So, not gonna lie, I was angry for a while. The first few years I was in prison weren't exactly good years for me. And yeah, I calculated your death several times in many different settings in many different ways. But then I heard why you did it. For gold, the promise of safety. We were being hunted down after all. And I understand. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not happy about the decision, but I respect it. You made the right call for you. Was it at least a difficult decision?
Sorry, I just read his attunement thing. I feel I feel like I like take a second, just like kind of staring him down the whole time, just like thinking it over as to whether I should be honest or dishonest here. And yeah, it was absolutely a difficult decision. I mean, we had been through a lot. I didn't want to lose you, but I mean, I did what I had to do for survival, right? So I mean, don't hate me.
Are you being honest or deceitful?
No, full honest, full like I don't want to lie here.
Okay, roll a persuasion check for me.
Thinks you're lying. Stabby, stabby, teleporter stab.
I'm using another inspiration.
Okay.
It's 6.
Another one.
Sorry, it's an 8. I can't math. It's an 8.
Luckily, he rolled enough. So as you say this, you begin to explain it very like you have like a little bit of a stutter, like you're shaking, you're clearly nervous. And he's just watching you for a moment, and the way he's smirking, he's clearly enjoying watching you just squirm.
Just real life or just the game?
Bit of column A, bit of column B. So, and he puts his dagger back in the sheath. I won't kill you. I actually have a job for you, if you're interested. You and your friends.
Is that a this time you won't kill me, or is that a I won't kill you, and then there's a period?
Roll an insight check.
An insight, sorry.
Insight.
Oh, dude, I'm insightful as fuck. That's a 29. Oh.
You get the feeling that he doesn't want to kill you. He's still angry about what you did, and that you sold him down the river and like sailed him down the river and got him incarcerated for about 10 years. But you do get the vibe that he doesn't want to kill you. He doesn't want to hurt you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're siblings, so like that's cool. Like, hey.
What's a little prison time between family, right? Like,
Especially when the brother basically raised the sibling. Like,
It's fine. Like, don't worry about it.
so, are you interested in the job or no?
Well, what's the job? What does it entail?
The two people I'm sitting with at the bar. The elven bitch and the man with
human
the
male.
small penis. Them.
What about them?
They need to die.
But are they not a
we'll do
part
it
of?
for free. We'll do it for free. We hate her.
Are they not a part of the Golden Dragons?
They are.
Why? I feel like I'm like super like visibly confused and very hesitant. Like, why? Why do you need them dead?
Few reasons. One of them, only reason why I'm with the Golden Dragons in the first place, is because they got me out of jail. Call that an eye for an eye. They get me out of jail, I do some work for them, it's a win-win. However, we cut my handler loose. Who knows where I'll go? Besides, it's because of him that a mutual friend of ours is in a lot of danger.
Oh man, this is actually like intense. This could cause problems with Golden Dragons then.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, your
And it could
lesbian
cause
lover.
problems
He's gonna
because
be
he knows
mad.
the leader, right?
Is that sorry?
He knows the leader of the Golden Dragons, right? So like, if I just decide, they're like old pals, aren't they?
Yeah,
Garland
and
isn't necessarily the leader, but he's pretty high ranking.
Yeah, old buddies.
hey,
I'm sorry.
can we save here? Because I want to have a good and an evil
I'd like to
campaign,
respawn.
and I
Up.
feel like this is a really important decision as to if we get the red lightsaber or the blue lightsaber. You know what I mean? So yeah,
When you want to be able to shoot lightning, but you
saving
also
point.
want to be able to heal, right?
yeah. Come on, yeah. We'll just go
Yeah, there's a
into.
bunch of health packs like on the crates behind you and some weapons.
Oh, see, if you just had that, you'd be fine. Ah, yeah. Save scum, save scum.
Can you explain the last part of what you said? I know they're bad in his mind, and if we cut the handler, and then I spaced out because I was nervous.
Fair enough. He has said, so basically, he wants to kill Aura and Kel, which are the human man and the high elf that are sitting in the bar with Nabora at the moment. He said basically he can cut the handler and he can do what he wants. And then he mentioned that it's because of those two that a mutual friend of yours is in grave danger.
Can I just like cock an eyebrow and kind of like drop the nervousness for a second and like actually drop the nervousness and just be like, what do you mean a mutual friend? Who?
Triss.
What? She's in, hold on. She's in
Wait,
Lakeland. Why would, what do you mean she's in trouble?
She's in Hythe. Hythe is, Eichland's the province. Hythe is like the.
I have to dash thinking that I
Or
wrote the other way around.
Hythe hasn't exactly had good reports lately. A lot of people have been going missing for mysterious circumstances. You see, Kel's job is up for grabs. Being a bigwig in the Golden Dragon's kind of a big deal. Nice cushy spot. They haven't exactly been happy with Kel's performance, and Triss is up next to take his seat. So to get her out of the picture and to hopefully hold his position a little longer, he's hoping that she will die on this suicide mission.
So then we just go to Hythe and tell her and save her.
Or we kill them and kill 2 birds, 1 stone.
The murder hobo plot thickens.
When do you need an answer?
Ideally tonight. Ideally now.
I need to talk with my friends. I can't make this decision alone. I'm sorry.
Well, there's another part of this. You and I, we made a good team back in the day. We cut the handler. We go off. We do our freelance business that we were doing before.
Where Atris leaves the campaign. There's so many options.
I really need to think about that one. I don't know. I don't like. This is like actually saying this and just to general to you. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of history here, and I feel like that even though you say it's fine, I feel like there might be issues. I don't know.
He nods, and he kind of like picks off the very large jacket that he shrugged off when he went out of his half-orc form. He slides it back on, and you kind of see him begin to change back into the very large half-orc that he was presenting as before. He begins to walk by you and kind of claps you on the shoulder. I'm in the 3rd room upstairs. I expect an answer before sunrise tomorrow. Come on. Cal will be wanting to talk to you.
I feel like I'm still completely shaken about this entire situation. I just like nod and just allow you to steer me. I'm assuming he's just gonna steer me back in, so.
Yeah, he kind of places a hand on the small of your back and begins to kind of push you in front and inside. And yeah, you guys walk back inside. Yeah, he leads you back to the table. Zan, you notice the door open, and you see a Atris walk in with a very large half-orc.
Atris
I'm
is at it
immediately
again.
suspicious. I'm so suspicious. This bitch said she was going to the bathroom, and now she's got.
When you become such a hoe.
But yeah, Atris, you are led back to the table where Ara and Navora are kind of talking, and you see Cal watching the 2 of them with a clearly disgusted look on his face.
Do the other 2 know? I'm assuming they know that this is Yorick's, right? Well, I guess would I know that they know based off of that conversation because he thinks that he said that that's their handler?
Roll an insight check. Lots of insight checks for you today.
15.
15. Yeah, they know.
Okay, so then I'm assuming he'll take his normal spot, and I'm gonna take mine, and I'm seated right next to Navora. What is going on with them?
You see Aura the elf kind of playing with a like a small throwing knife in between her fingers. You see that her and Navora were clearly having a conversation where Navora was getting like a little bit frustrated. But yeah, that's all you can really discern.
And from where we're sitting, do I see the other 3?
Yep. Yeah, you see Zan kind of watching you like something's going on. Like she's very suspicious mom look. And then I'm not sure what David and Butcher are doing.
We're very into our conversation about if libraries are in every resurrection and who we might be able to kill. then we
To
could
find
actually
out?
find out. Yeah.
We had that conversation.
We're
What
gonna
kind
start-
of books do they have?
In the
Could they
in
bring
the
a book
shelves.
back from the library? What's there to read? Is
Oh
it all
my
just
god,
romance?
that's a whole
romance
nother
and-
level of testing we have to try and figure out. But yeah, I think we should wait.
Right?
Let's just figure out if it's always a library, and then we can see, okay, if it is a library, can we bring books back with us?
Okay, can I is there like a way? Okay, so like we sit back down. Does Navora and Elf Lady know? Like, do they notice us sit down? I would assume.
Oh yeah, like they are immediately stops talking as you guys walk in, and she like is watching you as you sit down. And you kind of see her lean on the table and kind of fold her fingers together and just grin and just, so, did you have a nice little chat?
I feel like I just ignore her and like it completely blow her off and just like address Navora. I'm like, I think we have to go.
I would immediately like look at Atris and just kind of notice that there's like almost sweat, just a nervous look in his eyes, I'm guessing, and would kind of just be like, is everything okay?
Yeah. And I don't know why you would think otherwise.
Okay. And then I like instantly just like kind of turn over to the elf lady and just be like, well, this has been fun, but it looks like we have things to do and places to go, and our friends are probably looking, so it was very nice meeting you.
Yorick's always spoils the fun. And you see Kel kind of lean back and just shoo you guys off, essentially.
Does Navora know that Yorks is the name of my brother, or no?
No, I
No.
don't believe you and Navora have ever talked about. It is a different name than what the half-orc was called originally.
So I feel like as soon as she says the name, like I don't even hear the rest of the sentence. I just kind of like go like real stark white and see if anything is noticed from Navora.
Navora, roll an insight check.
Sneakiest rogue.
That was a nat 1, so
No, you didn't notice anything. His name was Yorick's the entire time.
I
I
like
didn't
go
even hear the name.
I just like grab her like her forearm and just kind of like not forcibly, but like with a little bit of, I guess a little bit of force, like kind of lift her up and like start heading back towards the group.
Ho train to the bathroom.
All
Everybody
aboard!
click arms! But yeah, you guys make your way back to the three other party members.
I feel like I would just like instantly be like, what the hell happened back there?
Are we with the squad? Like
Yeah,
we're
where
in
are
a
we?
tight knit group right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless, Navora, did you want to bring this up along the way?
You actually going to the bathroom? Or
Kind
you gonna...
of like as we're getting closer to the group, I'm just kind of like, because you're like pulling me away, and I'm kind of just like, what the hell happened back there?
So I think the only one who noticed was Zan, and I feel like she's staring, and the other two were just talking about, like, I just come up there talking about books and the afterlife and shelves, and
Do you
I'm like,
think if we had two people hold on to each other, we could bring two back with one spell? And that's what we're talking about.
so I feel like as soon as I just hear the random jittery between the two of them, I like grab Zan's hand the same way I'm grabbing Navora's and just start leading them out the door of the inn or of the bar.
Both David and Butcher notice that Atris has grabbed Zan and is now leading the three girls are going outside.
I feel like I would lean back and be like, girls trip, don't worry about it.
So as soon as we get outside, I go back into that same alley that I was just in and express everything that just happened. Like, brother's here, wants a job, kill the handlers, might be golden dragons, definitely golden dragons, could ruin everything, Triss in trouble, moral crisis, emotional
Whoa,
crisis,
whoa,
emotional
whoa.
breakdown.
This does seem like a
Everyone
girlfriend.
needs to take a deep breath.
This
Let's breathe here for a second.
doesn't this feel like a trip to the girls' washroom with your girlfriends though? Like,
Yeah. Yes, this is exactly it.
I didn't fucking
Don't worry, I
call.
So yeah, so I'm just like going on and on and on and on and on and on, like nonstop.
Okay. Did you ask the traveler for any amount of advice?
He said it'll be okay. That's it. That's all I got. Trust it. You'll be
Wait,
fine.
so that dude is your brother?
Well, like, and like as I say this, I like morph into the orc that he is inside, and show her like, I mean, yeah, like he can do this too, and then I like morph back right away into my normal form.
Okay, has he been following us? Like, is that something we need to be concerned about, or do you get the sense that he's being genuine with you?
I don't think that he's lying.
How dangerous is he?
He's dangerous to me. He might not be dangerous to you necessarily, unless you have something valuable,
Or if we fuck up in some way, right?
unless you cross him, right? And then like after explaining that, I'm like, and he was catching it, or he was keeping an eye. Did he actually? Before I explain that, did he give me back that dagger, or did he take it?
No, he gave it back.
So and then I like whip out the dagger, and I'm like, he was
Yeah, you
tracking
do.
us with this because of insert.
Okay, well, do you
So
feel...
it's not like he could see what you were doing. He just
Well.
knew your location.
Yeah, he knew the general. Yeah, it's like looking at a map, right? And just seeing the
Yeah.
person in that city or whatever.
Okay, well, do you have any feelings any which way? Because, I mean, at this point, we trust you, like, especially David and I. We've been traveling with you for this long. So, I mean, if you feel a way about it, we're going to back you up. But if you feel weird, then we don't have to do that.
100% girlfriend.
I don't know. And I feel like I turned to Navora at this point. I'm like, how badly do you want to kill that bitch inside? Because, I mean, that also plays a factor here.
If she's worth it for you, I'm down 100%. Unless you want to kill your brother. I mean, I'm down for that too.
Basically, Atris, what we're telling you is, what do you want to do? Because those guys inside,
We got your back.
those guys inside aren't going to give an opinion either way. This is between us right now. What do you want to do?
Okay, wait, hold on. Is this okay? So he wants to kill these guys to save Triss, or to kill Triss? Or Triss is like on a way out.
He wants to.
He wants to kill these guys so that Triss can take the position that the human man currently has. Which I mean, and I feel like
okay,
they're
so
gonna ace this at
I'm-
this point. And I'm like, would that help us? Like, if Triss was a member of the Golden Dragons in a relatively high position, I feel like she would protect us from being fucked by them. So maybe this works in our favor.
Yeah, but how much can we trust yours? Go ahead.
That's your call, bro.
Okay, but no matter what, I'm really into keeping Triss alive. She has a lot of value to me.
Well,
So-
that's the thing. Like, I mean, obviously, there's a little, love interest between Triss and I, but there's also you and Monkism. So like, there's that. But I'm worried about like, there's so many things. I hate this.
Is it like an Edie Beady Mighty Mo situation?
Yeah, like
or...
literally, this is all right. This is the last flower. Let's kill them all. Like that's
Okay.
it.
Okay, then out of character, honestly, you could roll a D10 or something, choose a number, and be like, if it's lower than this, it's gonna be this. If it's higher than this, it's gonna be this. Literally, like you can actually do that right now.
I feel like I still, if
I would like to
I wanna
reference
talk-
community episode where they roll a d6 and how terrible of an idea that is.
It creates multiple timelines.
No, yeah, let's
Don't do
not.
that.
I'm not in. That's one of my favorite episodes.
That one and the
Roxanne.
D&D episode. The D&D episode is bomb.
So, I guess still out of character. I still want to know what Butcher thinks about the situation because he at least knows Garland and how he might react to his head honcho or the head honcho kind of like falling out and disappearing and dying. And I don't want to like lose favor with a party member.
Okay. I mean, that's understandable. We can try and go talk to those numbskulls, but they're pretty into their conversation right now, so it might be a little difficult.
I feel like while you're talking and just like asking my opinion, I just like I hold on, and I just like walk back into the bar, grab both of them by the forearm, and try to drag them out.
My forearm detaches. No, I go with you.
So yeah, Atris, you begin to pull, and you just hear like a as the buckle that had broke on Butcher's prosthetic
Oh
gives,
fuck!
and the forearm just pops off.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I like look down at it.
Oh,
I'm in
damn.
my hand, or did I drop it?
You have it in your hand. You're holding on to it.
Okay, then in that case, like I don't think I realized. I think I just like grabbed Davin's hand and just start walking out with severed forearm and Davin.
I guess I'll follow.
I don't. I like look at Butcher and I'm just like,
oh shit.
yeah, okay, yeah, lead us where we're going, I guess.
And I like lead the group or Davin and forearm to the alley.
Nice.
And as soon as we get there, I like express, literally again everything that just happened. And it's more, I guess like halfway through it, or almost at the very end of it, I realized that it's just the forearm, and I'm like, oh. And did you follow Butcher like completely?
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm behind you though, so you don't really realize.
So like as soon as I'm like, oh god, and I like jump and almost like throw it in the air.
I just hold out my good hand. Which one's my good hand? My right hand. Like I'll have that if you're done with it.
And I, toss it back. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, but like I'm very stressed out right now, and there's a lot of things going on, and I really don't know what to do. And what would Gardland think? And do you think he would be mad? Like I really am terrified. I don't want to screw up the Golden Dragons, and I really want to be with my brother again, but I also am terrified that he's gonna kill. And I just keep rambling.
Sweetie. In and out. There you go. And I feel like at this point, I'm just becoming the mom friend. I'm like rubbing Atris's shoulder and her back, like, shh.
So I kind of like after the deep breath, I'm just like, so. What do you think? Like, would you hate me if like we did that, or like?
Well, I don't think we should be murdering people without good cause.
I mean,
Why?
okay, lawful good.
As this is happening, I'm hoping I'm beside him, and I kind of just like lean over to him, like, but we could learn about the resurrection scroll thing. No, oh, I mean, yeah, lawfulness and stuff.
Okay, so let's break this down into manageable chunks.
Yeah, there's a lot here, and I feel a little bit overwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie.
So, how much are you getting paid to kill these people?
We didn't discuss anything yet. No
nothing.
payment has been discussed.
No payment.
Just not getting murdered
Great.
by his brother.
Will your brother murder you if you don't kill these people?
I got the feeling that he wouldn't, but I feel like it would be not necessarily in our benefit, but it wouldn't help us to not help him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he would likely be a foe.
He said that Triss was in trouble.
He said that so the order right now is that Human Man is not looking too hot in the Golden Dragons, and next in line is Triss, and Triss would take over in the event that Human Man dies, but Human Man might kill Triss so that he keeps his job. So yeah, it's kind of in Triss's benefit.
So kill Human Man.
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but like I don't want to upset, and I like address specifically to Butcher, and I'm like, I don't want to upset you and your old fam, so like
think he might actually want that to happen.
Why do you say that?
What would it benefit him?
Benefit
What would
who?
Garland get out of it?
Oh, I think he has good
Fine.
relationship with Triss, right? So I can't see
He has
it being
a good
a
relationship
detriment.
with Triss.
Okay,
don't
well
know
then
if
that's all the
he's-
things I need. Let's go. Let's go tell him now that we're
Murder the human man.
Well, we could get. Who else do we know in the Golden Dragons?
I don't think we know anybody specifically other than these
Yeah.
three, Garland and Triss.
That's all that I know. We know.
Realistically, killing these two people wouldn't harm us in any way because Triss would be kind of thankful that we got her the job, and Garland knows Triss and has a relationship with her. So
Okay,
But also, are we assassins?
I mean, we're pretty murder hobo-y now, so I feel like it just
Not in the like traditional assassin sense, but more in the like we'll fuck somebody up if we feel like it.
who here? So you're the only? Are you the only lawful good here?
Yes. I think so.
I'm chaotic good, so I do whatever I feel is best for the party, and it feels like this is a good choice for the party. So,
I'm what is that term called? Like what is
Neutral?
like
Sure,
what
neutral.
no what is that your alignment? Is that what that's called?
Alignment, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm alignment fluid. So I just bend to whatever circumstance makes the most sense that day or how I'm feeling. So right now I'm feeling kind of
murdery.
yeah, I'm feeling murder hobo alignment.
I think the only thing that I probably, hopefully, I don't know. I guess I'll ask the DM here that I didn't express is that okay. So human man dies, Triss takes over, possibly Atris disappears with brother. I feel like that one bit of information I didn't express to the party.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
So at the end of the conversation with Yorks, he was saying that because those two are his handlers, that me and him could run off into the sunset and be brother and sister all over again, and everything will be fine.
Okay.
And I feel like
So
that.
you didn't tell the party about that?
I'm sorry.
You didn't tell the party about that?
So this is where I'm asking you. I feel like I wouldn't, but I am also not sure if in my nervous state that I excluded it from the conversation.
I feel like that's something that you could decide.
Yeah, that's an entirely character.
then, yeah, I didn't.
I'll make him roll for it. It'll be funny.
It
Yeah.
would be actually yeah. Just roll it. Do you have a coin?
You?
Yeah. Heads or
Flip a
tails?
coin.
I'm
Or-
sorry, I shouldn't have
so
said
then,
anything.
No, it's the
20
way.
is gonna be- 20 is for me where I didn't tell you. 1 is where I told you. So just so you know.
Like
I didn't tell you guys. Basically,
okay.
I just rolled and got the d20, so I didn't tell you.
Oh, I misunderstood the point. I thought you were
It's
rolling
not a head or
D20.
tails. It's a 20 or 1.
Yeah, I gotcha. You didn't
Okay, so
follow.
then yeah. So the only thing I didn't tell them was that I would potentially have the opportunity to run off with Yorks again.
Okay. Who's the other person that we're being asked to kill?
The human man and the elf woman.
That evil, stupid elf bitch.
Which one? The one that we met at the games?
No, the one that was like.
Yeah, the one that was fucking with Navora with the knife and shit.
Navora,
Being all cocky and assholey.
are you trying? If you're trying to talk Navora, you're like really quiet. Oh yeah, it's not working.
Now you're muted.
Yeah, something's going on.
Oh, butts.
Hello.
Okay.
No.
Guys,
Huh.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, listen. All I needed to know was whether or not we would be offending Butcher, or whether I would be offending Butcher. So I feel like with that information, I'm like, all right, let's go back and talk to Yorks. I'm down to kill him. Let's go. And I just start to like, did he go
Oh.
back to the group or?
We're gonna
Yeah,
talk to
he's
Garland.
currently sitting at the table. Like
Talk
when
to
you guys
York.
left, he was sitting at the table with the elven woman and the human man.
Oh, I can hear Carmen's set up.
Right before Atris starts to walk away, I'm like, whoa,
Yep.
whoa, whoa, whoa. When is when does this have to go down? Like, can we think about it for a day? Like, what's happening with that?
I need to tell him by the end of, or by dawn, I believe.
Right.
Okay, well, we might want to make a murder plan at this point instead of just kind of going by the seat of our pants.
Ooh.
Listen, I want
A
to know
murder
I like a
plan.
what's in it
murder
for us
plan.
other than, Triss's survival. Is that the right way to say that? And
Fair enough, but is it going to be suspicious if you call him back out here again, knowing that they probably watched as we all came out here?
well, no, we're gonna go in and act normal. We're just gonna keep drinking, and like I'm like twitchy and just really jittery
What?
saying that.
Where's
Okay, okay.
Hold on. I need a minute. Where's Garland from us again?
Garland
wait.
is at the capital, so he's about a week away from you guys.
You far. You far. as
Yeah,
fuck.
he's
Okay.
close to Wolniak Keep.
I'll have to contact Garland. Probably
Why?
using sending.
I was gonna say, do you have sending?
Yeah.
Any particular reason you need to talk to him about?
Because I'm not into just killing some randos. I don't know anything about this person. I have to know that he's nefarious in some way.
And what if it's not?
Then I'm not in.
And what if we do it anyway?
Then I'll probably sit it out.
I don't know how we help Atris with this circumstance.
Right? I mean, I was hired on to help you guys defeat the dark evil forces that are taking over the world, not fucking alley shank some guy for political reasons.
Okay.
So I need intel on this person. I need to know that they're evil.
To be
I need
honest,
to I need to feel justified.
I feel like, to be honest, you could go talk to him for a couple minutes and realize how big of a douchebag he is. I mean, from what Amy's told me.
Yeah, and never mind.
No, I'll say it.
No. Well,
I have a question for Atris in this moment. So I think I like looking at all of the options. I'm really having there's obviously an impasse here because none of the party is going to agree in this circumstance. You have to do something in this circumstance, right? There's no option to just not do any of the options.
I mean, we could
Like, we
disappear
could just-
and I could leave the dagger, but
we could attach the dagger to Elian and tell him to go the opposite direction of us.
bye, Mr. Skunk.
Yeah. Leave the dagger
Well,
on the
definitely,
table. And
we're
walk
definitely
away.
not bringing the dagger because that's just obvious. But
Or we mug your brother and take the dagger. Also, it doesn't
I could
sound
seduce
very,
your brother.
very good. And take the dagger.
I feel like you would
Take the
be
dagger.
on. Yeah, there's gonna
Yes.
you're gonna get two hard 9 inches of steel tonight.
Yes.
I think we killed the
No
dagger.
comment, Atris.
Okay, how attached are you to your brother? Is your brother evil?
I mean,
Actually, would I know if he's? I mean, I don't know if in real
Aren't
life I would.
all
fucking-
thieves kind of evil, unfortunately.
It's more
You're
like, does your
assassin.
brother break the law? Does your brother need justice delivered?
I break the law though.
But if he
Bro.
murders people,
Oh, Yorix is a hired assassin. Like, you know this. Like, you grew up with it.
yeah.
He kills people for money.
So like, everyone's bad in the Gold Dragons then, by verdict. So you should be open to killing everyone in the Gold Dragons
That
for
is
justice.
interesting. Do we need to adjust
For
my
justice.
alignment?
I think we're gonna wear down your alignment, that's for sure. Like, as the longer you're in a party, the more that we're like, come on,
Come on.
be more
Yeah,
flexible.
it's not that
Be
evil.
alignment fluid like the rest of us.
It's just like stabbing
have
a
morals
child.
when
You guys are
it's-
like, no, too far.
I killed a
It's,
boat.
I'm sure it's
I
a
mean,
dwarf. I'm sure it's a dwarf.
It's like it's fine.
Halfling. It's not the same.
Okay,
All right.
Atris, honey, this is your decision in the end. What is your heart telling you?
Guys, I feel like we should go back inside and sit at the table and let Atris decide what she wants to do. And
Let's-
then I turn
Let's
to
have a
Butcher.
couple shots.
I turn to Butcher and I'm like, and then you can decide what you want to do from there. But I mean, we're gonna back our girl, and
Mhm,
we're gonna let her
mhm.
make this decision.
Girl power.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's good. Also, but we're gonna think of alternatives too.
100%.
we're gonna brainstorm
we will,
some
might
alternatives.
think about some things that might have to do with another
Else
alternative.
could be murder.
As Navora and I just walk right to the bar.
Yeah. I feel like at this point I grab Atris and Zan and I'm like, ladies, let's just go have some shots. Let's think this over a couple drinks. Like, let's do this.
Well, I feel like, and I turn to Atris at this point, I'm like, if you did end up asking the Traveler for advice and he said, essentially that it'll be all right, could you commune with him again and ask him for sort of a judgment call on this decision?
Yeah, I was just concerned I was gonna fucking die. So yeah, I could totally bring it up with him like now, but like I just didn't want to die in that situation. I didn't want to be traveling to the Traveler. You know what I mean?
Thank you for using the pun. I'm so happy.
I was trying so hard to like throw it in there, and I didn't know how.
Okay, well, do you want us to be with you for this decision, or would you rather us go to the table and you tell us what you've decided?
I mean,
We've
like,
given you a lot of ideas here.
Yeah, I feel like being around you is a good idea. I just don't know if I want to like talk to any of you. Like, speaking is just not something I want to do right now.
Okay, well, we're gonna go inside and sit down and hang out, and you let us know what's going on.
And persuade Butcher to be more flexible with his morals.
And as soon as he says that, I'm like, come on, inside. I grab my husband and Navora, and I start to lead them inside. I'm like, Butcher, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I'm good to go inside.
I think that like for David, like this circumstance is more like I will do anything for this party at this point, and it does not matter the alignment. So
This is my family now.
yeah, literally, I don't have family anymore other than Zan.
Same.
So
We're with each other, and
We'll
we're
murder
with
anyone.
We'll murder anyone.
100%.
and all that kind of showed me was that like Butcher was a mildly 1 foot out the door of this group. So that's why I was a little disappointed with
And I'm
that
side-eyeing
verdict.
Butcher like, are you here? Are you a member of this
I
family?
like him too, so I'm like, oh, you're gonna stay.
or against us.
Oh, Hana means family. No one gets left behind.
Only a Sith speaks in absolutes.
Okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
I lead Butcher, Navora, and my husband back inside to the table that we had, and we're just kind of chatting. We're not chatting about what happened. We're just like talking about. I let them continue their fucking library talk, and me and Navora are like, "Wow, these two." And
Yep.
we'll let Atris do what she needs to do.
All
I
right.
order some drinks for the table.
Yeah, you get a couple of more of those, like, kind of the purple flaming shots.
Fuck yeah.
And yeah, you guys continue to drink. We'll say it'll cost everybody 10 gold for the evening. For like the drinks that you were having before, plus now 10 gold.
Okay.
Atris.
Okay.
While everybody else is kind of thinking about what to do, what are you up to?
I just want to head back in with everybody else, like very in thought the entire time, sitting down with them, following them, like maybe chiming in a word here or two, but really not speaking. But I want to focus on the table with the two handlers and my brother the entire time. Like I don't want to lose focus on them.
Sorry, question. Who are the? It's Elf Lady and other guy.
Elf
Human
Lady
Man.
is Aura, and then Human Man is Kel.
Kel and sorry, what was the first name?
Aura. A-R-A.
Oh, I spelled that right.
And they're like higher up the chain? Like the
They're high. You're not exactly sure their position. Atris never really found out about that. And you've never really heard about them, but you do know that there is like a hierarchy
Mhm.
within the Golden Dragons, and there's like basically like the foot soldiers, captains, like so on and so forth.
And the handlers are
Yorix was using handlers as like, these are my babysitters to make sure I don't fuck up. But you do, like, looking at Kel, you do get the feeling like he's pretty high up.
okay.
Roll an insight check for me.
That's 10 plus 9. 19.
19. So you can tell Kel is, he's not as high up as Garland is, but you can tell that he is relatively high up. And the fact that he is watching over Yorix, you can tell that Yorix is an asset that the Golden Dragons really, really want.
Okay.
And sorry, just to refresh my own memory, the human man and the elf woman, they didn't necessarily ask anything of Atris, correct? It was Atris who approached them with questions and stuff like that. They don't want anything from her?
Not that they mentioned, if anything.
Okay.
So is your brother's intention to leave the dragons?
I think his intent is to just be free. I don't think he wants to be chained down. He got freed by the Golden Dragons. I think he just is like, hey, thanks, I appreciate it, now let me go do my own fucking thing at this point.
So basically he's indebted to them.
In a way, yeah, but I also think that they're scared because if he has handlers, like I'm kind of guessing here, but if he has handlers, and I'm guessing they're afraid of him just as much as he is like, all right, I'm afraid of you, but like I'm not, like, I like you guys, but I'm afraid that you're gonna kill me if I'm not with you.
Okay.
Okay, so do I notice them doing anything this entire time?
They kind of sit and talk amongst themselves for a little bit. You see the tavern owner, the gray tiefling, kind of go back and sit down with them. They continue to talk for a little while, and as the night continues to dwindle on, the crowd begins to lessen and lessen. The tavern owner kind of like bows out of the conversation, and you see the three of them head upstairs, seemingly to bed.
Has the bar started thinning out by this point?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think as to how to do this. I feel like I would have taken at least a drink or a couple of shots to kind of like reduce the nerves of what just happened. So I feel like at some maybe like 10-15 minutes or so after I see them go upstairs that I without saying anything to the group, I just kind of get up and start heading upstairs as well.
Are you trying to do this stealthily or just kind of out in the open?
No, I don't care if they see it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you guys, it's pretty obvious when someone stands up from a table. You see Atris begin to go upstairs.
I side-eye her a little bit, but she looks confident in her decision to kind of go upstairs and be by herself. And judging from our previous conversation, I kind of was the one to suggest, like, yo, you should think about this shit and, you know, talk to yourself and stuff like that. So I just kind of, I don't say anything. I just sort of let her go and acknowledge that she's leaving and just kind of chat.
All right. Butcher, did you message Garland at all or no?
No, I'm still trying to come up with a message.
All right, Atris, you make your way upstairs.
And I want to go to the third room upstairs. I'm going to assume that it's labeled. I wrote that down so I did not forget and hit a random fucking door.
Yeah, you make your way to the third room, and do you give it a knock? Do you just walk in?
No, I just knock and wait.
The door, you kind of hear like a bit of a shuffle, and you see the door open, and it is Yorix in a half-orc form, kind of poking his head, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, come in. You walk in, and you see that he had just kind of shape-shifted his one arm and his head to look like the half-orc. But when he saw it was you, he didn't bother changing the rest. So you walk in, he closes the door, and he goes back to his regular self that you know, a very the kind of tall, lankier human that you recognize before you. He gestures. This room is nicer than the ones that you guys had stayed in previously. This is clearly some kind of higher up suite. It has a bed, it has a table and some chairs, and there's a bottle of wine. He offers, like, he kind of gestures, like, take a seat.
So I'm just gonna take a seat, and then is there glasses next to this bottle of wine?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna open the wine, pour myself a drink, and just start talking. So first things first, I need to know that none of my party are going to be in any way endangered by this situation.
Well, I mean, if you do it well.
I mean from you, not from the Golden Dragons.
Oh. Yeah, no, there's no reasonable bounty on their heads.
Regardless of decision, I need to know that they're safe.
Killing them doesn't push my goals forward any more than keeping them alive. So, yeah, they're safe.
And what's in it for me other than keeping Triss alive?
Keep Triss alive, and I'll count us even.
How do I do this?
Well, I taught you a few things, did I not? They're sleeping. Get the elf first. She's in a trance. The human will be sleeping. He's a deep sleeper. She not so much, so be light-footed. Go in, slit their throats.
What's their room?
One across the hall.
I don't know if we can travel again together, but to make amends for what I did, I feel like this has to be done.
I will say I'm disappointed to hear you say that. I always thought we made quite the team. But I get it. You're on to bigger and better things. What are you calling that little group of yours now? The Funky Band? Yeah, I was kind of surprised at that name, but each their own. But yeah, I will count us even, and hopefully our paths will cross one of these days up there.
And I need one last thing.
Name it.
You can't... I'm trying to figure out how to word it. I don't want you to be following us. And I like bring out the dagger with the emerald inside.
I'll tell you what. Do the job well, and he pulls out the twin. I'll give it to you.
Deal. And I
All right.
I get up I finished the rest of my drink, which is already fucking finished, and I exit the room, or like I try to exit the room, just in case he tries to say anything.
All right. He doesn't. He's never really been one for many words. And yeah, you leave the room. Are you kind of flashing sideways downstairs? What are you four up to?
Drinking.
I didn't know that. I thought this was gonna be like a thing that I had to do to murder somebody, and I was like, that's what my problem was. I didn't know it was gonna be like he was gonna do it and was just asking for our blessing, because I don't really care that much.
Oh, yeah, it's way more like you don't have to be involved. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was
we're
like gonna be.
Can you smack the fuck out of that guy until he dies? That'd be great. Thanks, Butcher.
Yeah, no. So I don't really care that much.
Huh. Cool. I mean, I'm down.
So you
I
guys
think
are
this is
just
the best
down there
plan.
drinking?
I mean, I would have given him like a blessing first, but oh well.
All right, Atris, upstairs. What are you up to?
This is the full Atris session.
I fucking hate it because I want to go get a drink so bad, but I don't have time to leave.
We can do a pause. We can do a quick break if we need.
Oh yeah, go get a
No, I
drink
wanna-
for sure.
this part's
No,
fucking
it'll.
important, So I feel like this part needs to happen. Like it's literally just gonna be the end of the session, and I'll get a fucking drink at this point.
That's true.
Okay, so how empty is the how empty are the rooms upstairs? Would I know? Like, are all the rooms taken? I guess.
Well, you guys purchased 4 rooms, and there are 7 up here. So you see that 4 are opened. Your brother's door is closed behind you. The door, like the door across the hall where he had said the other 2 are sleeping, is closed. And the other 2 doors, one is open, one is closed. Right, math? Yeah, math.
So they're both in
one
one
more
room.
is closed. Math is hard.
I just want to make sure they're both in one room.
Yep.
Okay, so then, since I was only upstairs or I waited only like 10 minutes, I would say 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna guess that the conversation probably took like another 10. It's only been like 20 minutes or so, 20 to 25 minutes. So,
Yeah.
I want to go back downstairs, and can I see, or can I know how full the bar is at this point?
Yeah, you head back downstairs. There's probably about 4 more people in the bar.
Can I go to my party, specifically to address Zan, and just kind of like stare extremely intently, like nobody else exists at this point, just based off of the consoling that she did outside, the consoling that she did outside in the alley, and just address her specifically and be like, I think it's time to do this. And like, when I say this, I like emphasize the word, and right afterwards I'm like, I think we should probably go to bed now.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to word what I want to say.
Do we hear you say this?
Yeah, I'm not whispering it. You can all hear
Okay.
it, but I only address Zan.
I look at Atris and I say, well, I suggest that you bring along who you believe will be the stealthiest, and let's go to bed.
You all suck at stealth. I don't want to take any of you.
Yeah, I should
Navora, as a
definitely
character,
take one.
Navora is going to be your best bet.
That's what I thought of too, but
David, what is your stealth?
Question.
Navora's stealth isn't the worst on her list, okay? We just have to leave Elian.
+3.
Right.
So, out of character, the best bet to take will be David and Navora. My stealth is +2, David's is +3, Navora is probably more than that, and Butcher does not probably want to be involved.
Plus my stealth is shit.
Plus, he wears
What is
pots
your
and pans for armor, so
Yeah.
Navora, what is your stealth?
My stealth is only dex, or +3. Sorry.
I feel
But
okay. I really thought I think I just want to do this alone, to be honest. I feel like
Yeah,
If you feel that way, you do it.
go for it. Hey, I can.
just- more I don't want to say this. 'Cause I
Do
think it
do you want to bring anyone for like, not backup, but like somebody to be nearby in case something goes wrong?
I mean,
Okay.
I like the chat suggestion. I can shapeshift into a mouse or a cat and follow you. Cats are extremely stealthy.
So this is, and I don't want to metagame because I feel like that kind of ruins this. The entire point of me coming down and only telling you that I think it's time to do this. It's time to go to bed. Is an indication of like, hey, the party should
For
go
us to
upstairs and
go
come
to
shake
bed.
the fan.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't
Us
want
to
that.
follow you and to make sure that you're kind of okay, kind of thing.
Right, but I don't want now that that's expressed. I feel like that's not like now that you know my intent. I don't think that that's fair, and I feel like it should be rolled because I don't think that that's okay.
That's your call, man. DM, what do you say?
Okay, so sorry. Say that again. What do you need my input on?
So my intent was to come downstairs, tell them, hey, it's time to do this. You should go to bed, or we should go to bed, and to get them to go upstairs so that in case shit hits the fan, that they're all there to back me up in case shit hits the fan.
Yep.
But I didn't express that to them, and now that it's expressed out of character, I feel like it should be rolled because I don't think that their intent was to go to bed as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I will, with the implication of this, I will let everybody roll for insight, essentially.
Here's a question you can absolutely say no to. I feel like because he was addressing me directly, would I get advantage on that or no?
Sure, I'll give you advantage. Yeah, sure.
So it's a nat 20.
I got a 17.
Out of 15.
A part of me hopes David rolled really low.
I did not. I rolled a 16 and got distracted, but I don't know what my bonus is.
The whole party knows exactly what you're talking
17.
So then,
Yeah.
so after expressing that and kind of getting the words from Zan, I just like turn and start to head back upstairs. I feel like that probably took another maybe 5 minutes, not that long. But I feel
Okay.
like a half hour or so after them going upstairs might be enough time for them to have fallen asleep. So I want to, I guess, wait at the top of the stairs for the party to, I guess, follow suit, to follow me upstairs.
I follow
Okay.
Atrix immediately.
Me too. All the way by.
David and
On the,
Amber, you guys-
I tip the bartender very well and kind of stagger behind as well. Like
Okay.
I'm following. I'm just a little behind.
I feel it. Yeah, I guess I'll come too. I don't know.
yeah,
feel weird
I just
about it.
pat you on the. I like touch Atris's shoulder on the way by, and say like, "Good luck." And I cast enhance ability.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
what ability would you like to enhance?
Dexterity. Advantage on all dexterity.
So I think that's Cat's Grace.
Sorry?
Sorry, no, I'm just thinking of like what
Cat's,
it's called. I
Cat's
think-
Grace, yeah. You have advantage on all dexterity checks.
So yeah, you have advantage on sleight of hand, stealth, dexterity, basic dexterity checks, all that good stuff.
I guess at this point everybody's probably past me and is either in their room listening, like their ear at the door, or their doors are probably or their doors are open and just listening.
I'm doing perimeter checks of my room.
The parameter check.
Here's a question for the DM. Do these rooms have windows, and would I know that?
Yes, you guys have stayed here before. If certain party members remember, Kargoth
Oh yeah,
did
I
crack
fell
the
out.
little window at this inn.
Didn't I fall out a window? Oh no, he rescued me through the window.
He rescued you through a window.
That's right.
Lots of window shenanigans have happened at this tavern.
I'm probably gonna stay away from the window.
But yes, there are windows. Each room has a window. At the end of the hall, there's a very large kind of bay window that Cargog crashed through. You can see that they're still kind of making repairs to it.
Is it safe to assume that the rooms each have one window?
Corner
Okay.
rooms have like 2. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can we take this time to take a break so that I can dose up my alcohol because, you know.
Shots in real life. I like where your head's at.
I only have gin, so I can take shots of gin.
Ooh.
That would be
intense.
That's a lot.
Refreshing.
Let's take a 5-minute bathroom/drink break.
Yeah, I could use that.
And you guys can all talk about how I throw too many decisions at you.
me.
But yeah, we will meet back here in 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
I'm team mouth, personally. Just because you can get up in there and be like, surprise, motherfucker, here's 14 snakes. Have not, but I've had the cookies and cream version of them, and they're fucking bomb. Well, what did you make, Sean? It's 60% gin. Oh, nice.
I thought you said didn't.
Yeah.
With secrets.
And
Okay.
camera focus now. All right, we're back.
All right.
Ding, ding.
So, before our break, we left off with Atris standing in front of the room containing 2 assassination targets. Atris, what would you like to do?
I didn't know if Zan was jumping in here, but okay, so everybody has gone into their room. I've waited
Yes.
probably just at the top of the stairs. Like as soon as I got to the top, I watch everybody go into their room. I sit there for probably a couple minutes just waiting. Can I see? So usually when you look under a door, you can see if a light's on or off. Is the light to the handler's room? I'm just gonna address them as that because it's easier. To the handler's room, off or on?
There is no light source coming from that room.
So then I would like to stealthily walk up to their door and just try to turn the knob. Not without picking it yet. I just want to try to stealthily turn the knob.
Roll a stealth check for me.
While he's doing that, I'd like to wild shape into a spider and crawl out into the hallway. I'm not trying to go into the room yet. I'm just in the hallway on the wall, kind of watching what Atris is doing.
Okay. And I'm guessing you're trying to do this stealthily as well.
Yes, and it does say that the spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make an ability check. So
there you go.
I do have a +4
You're there.
stealth as well. There's a reason I chose the spider.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I got a 30. Sorry.
You got a 30.
I'm pretty good with stealth.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you got a 30. You walk over to the door and very carefully kind of begin to turn it. The door is locked.
Okay. I would like to pick the lock, please.
So roll a lockpicking check. This is a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency modifier.
Sorry, I have to fucking maximize my window to get my proficiency, and I hate it.
Ouch.
Level 9, I think your proficiency is +3.
I think it's +4, but I just don't see it when it's minimized how I have it.
Fair enough. Oh, right, because level 8, yeah, okay.
It is 9 + 4, 13.
13. The door mechanism is not a difficult one. So you're able to get your tools in there and you are able to unlock it. Roll a stealth check as you do so.
You're
32.
rolling. Oh, jeez. You're rolling with advantage?
Yeah. 32.
Did you roll with advantage on your lockpicking check? Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, 32. You use your tools and you open the door and you hear it like it's about to squeak, but you're able to stop it just in time, and it's just enough space for you to kind of slink in.
Okay. I don't want to move in just yet, so I open the door, stop it before it makes that sound. Do I hear anything?
Roll a perception check.
Sorry, I had to check if it was advantage. It's 18.
18. You hear some soft snoring, but that's about it. You hear like the creak of a bed, as if someone's kind of tossing and turning, but no, you don't hear anything.
Okay, out of character to the group, do you think that the human man or the elf woman is more of a threat?
Elf woman.
Elf woman, because she, I feel like, is more of the bodyguard of the situation because of the way she was reacting to Nabora. And
yeah.
You were told, out of character, that she was the lighter sleeper.
Okay, so then I would like to can I walk, I guess, in the room first? Let me just walk into the room.
Yeah, the 32 kind of passes over. You slink in, you see the Cal, the human man, kind of now out of his suit. He's a bit more rotund than what he looked when he was finally dressed. He is kind of sleeping facing away from the door. Just kind of curled up in his blankets. And the elven woman has her eyes closed, head bowed. You've seen Zan in her trances before. You can tell that this woman is clearly in a trance. So like the elven version of sleep. But on her side, you can see that she's clearly holding on to a dagger.
Is she on the bed or on the floor in between the beds? Is she?
So similar to York's room, there is like a table and chair set. She's sitting on a chair, staring at the door. But like,
Okay, so it's like she fell asleep in the chair, but just in a trance.
Yep.
So, she's probably closer, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, can I move closer to her in an attempt to get ready to slit her throat?
Roll a stealth check.
I got 2 16s. It's 29 with that.
My heart's actually racing right now too, guys.
Yours? Wow, no way!
Yeah, you walk over and yeah, no problem. She
So
doesn't move.
As Atris is walking into the room, I'd like to, still on the wall, I don't want to be on the floor, still on the wall, I'd like to sort of follow the pattern up to the door and then up on the ceiling, but very much in the corner. Like, I'm not involved in what's going on, I'm very much just observing.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You make your way up. You're small and spidery, no problem.
Okay. So I didn't take the action to slit her throat. So I'm assuming I'm like literally right in front of her.
You are right in front of her.
Would my blade have been drawn?
Up to you.
Okay. So I would like to draw my blade, if it's not already. I would like to say that I already had it. Probably while I'm walking towards her, I probably drew it.
Okay.
And then I would like to make an attempt to try to slit this elf woman's throat.
Roll an attack with advantage.
Whew, thank God it was advantage. 22.
So, coup de grace style, you pull out your dagger. Out of curiosity, what dagger are you using?
I want to use the same one that emerald one. I want to use this just so he knows, whether he knows or not. But more for me that I'm using this to prove like we have like a familial bond here.
Okay.
I love it so
You
much.
take one of the songbirds. You're not sure which one you possess, but you take one of the songbirds and you just slit through her. You slit through her throat. You kind of feel the blade just scraping against the spine. Her eyes open up as she stares at you, holding her throat. The blood just kind of pouring through before she just falls to the ground.
Can I catch her?
Roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you can catch her in time. Just a dexterity check. You're not dodging anything.
Plus my regular modifier.
Yeah, so it's just your dex modifier, remembering that you do have an advantage.
We should do the save though, because like the save's way higher.
Dex check.
It's a 12.
Oh.
Her arm like bangs against the ground as you manage to kind of grab her shoulders and lay her down gently. You look over and you see the man on the bed just kind of like kind of turn over in a restless sleep, but he turns to face you. His eyes are still closed.
Okay. I feel like just the mere sound alone. All right, so she clatters to the ground. I grab her, set her down. He turns. I feel like I just sit there for just a moment, just in like heart racing. Holy shit, this is just like old times. I'm really reliving everything right now. And then after I set her down, I feel like I stand up and try to advance towards this sleeping man.
Roll stealth check.
$21.
21. Yep. Yeah, you approach, no problem. He is sound asleep.
Okay. Same thing. I just want to try to slit this man's throat as well.
Roll an attack with advantage.
Oh my god.
Dude, I fucking love advantage. It's a 24. I literally rolled a 1 on the first attempt on the woman and a 2 on this man. And then I got I don't know what it was the last time, but I got a 19. So like
So you're
Nice.
saying I murdered them?
yeah, literally
The irony.
Same thing happens. You approach and just embed the knife into his throat, slitting it open. He wakes up choking on his own blood and then just falls limp.
Okay. So can I close the door to the room? I feel like I don't have to be as stealthy here. I feel like I'm going to close the door to the room. I want to turn the light on, and I want to... I'm not looking for material possessions on either person. I'm more looking for any type of note or information on either person. If they have a note about Triss, if they have a note about Yorks, anything of that kind.
Yeah,
al-
roll with it.
Also, while he's doing that, seeing that he's completed the deed seemingly without any problems, I'm going to leave the ceiling, kind of escape through the crack in the door, but I'm going to remain in the hallway. So I'm not in the room anymore, but I'm not in my room. I'm in the hallway.
Okay, cool. Roll a perception check for me. Zan, yep.
It's 25.
25. Yeah, you crawl down. You remember that there was a bit of a bang when the elf fell. So you move down the hallway and kind of peek down the stairs, and you see some people that are kind of like looking up at the ceiling, like, what happened? Like, they don't seem too bothered by it. It's more of like a, what the hell is happening up there? But yeah, that's about it. It's the bartender that's kind of looking up, a little bit confused. There's a couple of drunkards that are passed out right at the bar. The tavern owner is just kind of counting the money for the evening. You notice that he also is kind of looking up, but shakes his head and goes back to his business.
Okay. I will remain as a spider for now, but I do have a plan for that. But Atris, continue.
All right, Atris, roll an investigation check for me.
19.
19. You begin to look around the room. You kind of check Aura for any like pockets that could contain anything. You find some gold. You find a very nice pendant she's wearing, with a tree-like crest on it. That was kind of tucked into her shirt. You see she has a couple of very nice throwing knives made out of, with a 19, you're not quite sure what kind of metal, but a very nice metal. You look through kind of his belongings. You don't really find much. You find a very nice pocket watch. You find a couple of rings. You find brass knuckles. When you get to the desk, you find an open letter addressed to him. Do you want to read it?
Yep.
You open it up. You take a look, and you begin reading a letter that is written in what you know is shorthand. So what sounds like Mary went to the supermarket today is actually talking about a town in Eichland called Hythe, and how people were beginning to go missing. No bodies being found, just purple fungus in their wake. And that he is being instructed to send several people out to go and kind of find out what's going on, maybe snag a few relics along the way.
Sorry, writing notes. Okay, can I take this note? I don't want to take any possessions. I have no care about anything that they have. I want to turn the light back off. I want to. Am I able to lock the door? So, okay, open the door, lock the door, close the door. Am I able to do that, or do I have to lock it from the outside?
You would need a key to lock it from the outside.
So I can, from the inside, I can open the door, lock it, close it, like leave the room,
Yeah.
close it, and it'll be locked. Okay, I want to do just that. I want to open the
Okay,
door,
kinda like-
lock it, leave the room, and head out.
All right. You head out.
Okay.
If you wish, you can roll a stealth check. If you want to be a bit more obvious, then
No, I want to be as stealthy as possible here.
roll a stealth check.
26.
Yeah, you're good. Where are you heading?
So as soon as Atris leaves the room and I see that she does so relatively stealthily, I'd like to, in my spider form, crawl back to the ground and then wild shape back into my human form, grab her by the hand and say, just come with me.
Just an opportunity to drop on her head from the ceiling. It would have been great.
I feel like
Ah,
I'm really surprised, but I like just the fact that somebody else is in the hallway. Like I didn't probably get the chance to like look each way before closing the door before my arm gets grabbed. I kind of jump a little bit, but like agree and just follow suit.
As we're walking down the stairs, I kind of turn back to Atris and say, follow suit, and I start ruffling my hair a bunch and sort of like disheveling my clothes a little bit, like unbuttoning them a little bit wrong. And then as we get to the base of the stairs in the bar, I say, let's get a drink. That was amazing.
Just before.
I knew you were gonna play this card too. I knew it instantly when you're like, I have a plan. I'm like, haha, sex.
Butcher, what's up?
I'll just leave it.
No, okay.
Yeah, it's metagaming. Never mind.
Okay. So yeah, Zan, you begin to ruffle up your clothes, dishevel your hair. Atris, what do you do?
Literally the same thing. Like almost confused, but just kind of playing along in case somebody might have heard or overseen. I just do the exact same thing.
So as we go downstairs, I kind of am holding Atris by the hand and I have her sit down at the table and I lean into her in kind of a hushed voice, but in a hushed voice where other people could probably hear what I'm saying. I say, oh my god, I hope my husband doesn't find out about this.
You kind of see, like, as you guys get closer to the bar and you say that, you kind of see the bartender, like, cock an eyebrow as he looks up and he's like, so, what can I get for you ladies?
Just a drink for each of us, thank you. And I'm like a little bit bashful, like, oh my god.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
$19.
He begins to pour some of like the really fine apple cider for you guys and slides it to you both. And yeah, I thought I heard a bit of a ruckus up there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And I immediately look super bashful and I say, yeah, just having a really good night.
Well, if I heard it down here, and you don't want your husband finding out, he might have some questions about some loud noises in the morning.
Well, thank you for your discretion. And I grab the drink and kind of start to chug it a little.
It's what I'm here for. And he nods and he kind of goes to talk to the like the innkeep as you two have your ciders.
As we're drinking our ciders, I just continue to flirt with Atris, like very much staring her in the eyes because I feel like she would know what I was doing at this point. Especially with the comment from him about, you know, there was a noise. And we just kind of flirt for a little bit.
I kind of agree. Even though I'm sitting here eating nuts, I feel like I wouldn't be eating nuts about 10 minutes ago.
No, you weren't.
I was eating cashews. But yeah, correct. I was not. You know?
Yeah, no, you guys continue to sell it for however long as you wish.
I would say about 20 minutes to half an hour or so, just to really sell it home.
You go to pay for the cider, and the bartender just like kind of waves you like, don't worry about it.
I wink at him, and then we start to walk away to like hand in hand.
Damn.
He considers it for a moment before going back to the bar.
Is this the tiefling?
No, this is the dragonborn. The tiefling
Damn it.
seems really. What?
I thought we were like really homing in on Navora's crowd here. I was really happy for a second.
I really like the Dragonborn though.
Oh no, great then. As long as we're like
Yeah.
getting rid
No,
of
I'm
this
gonna
group.
when I find out about this, I'm gonna be really I'm gonna be really pissed off I wasn't a part of it.
But yeah, you guys, the tiefling seems really unbothered by the whole situation. He doesn't really care.
He deals in indiscretions most of the time, so
Yeah, like you get the feeling like he's helped a couple of hookers in his day. But yeah, he's just counting his gold. It seems like he did really well that night.
okay. Aegis and I, after about, like I said, 20 to 30 minutes, we kind of start to head upstairs after I winked at the bartender, etc.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys make your way back upstairs.
As we're heading up, can you tell me how many people are still left in the bar?
Nobody, like, there's like 2 people that are pretty much asleep at a table.
Okay, so then as we go back upstairs, I feel like, we go up, we turn the corner so that we're not literally in the stairway. I don't really feel like I say much other than like a nod of thanks. Like, I didn't hear that noise. I'm glad that you heard it and registered that was a thing. Probably from the adrenaline, I wouldn't have heard it. Thank you. And I head towards the room across the hall from the handler, so basically York's room.
I wink at Atris and head back to my room with my husband.
What? Oh, sleeping. Hi.
Tomorrow morning, pretend that Atris and I had sex. It's fine, and I snuggle into bed with him.
Who? Wait, why would I know?
Don't worry about it.
I have questions.
Go back to sleep.
I have many questions.
I'll explain when we're not in town anymore. Just go to sleep. True to form,
Okay.
he falls immediately asleep.
How many rooms do we have?
4.
Yeah, you guys bought 4 rooms.
That's gonna be me in like
Okay.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Can I hop in now, or Atris? How are you? You're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
Butcher, what's up?
I've been like at the door all night, trying to figure out what's been going on. How much do I know at this point?
Atris has been relatively stealthy this entire time. You did hear, with you paying attention, you did hear something that kind of sounds like Zan changing shape. Like, I imagine it kind of comes with
This
like
slurpy
like
noise,
arcane-
yeah.
It's like a magical woof noise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't
Um,
sound like a whole bunch of tentacles.
You heard Zan kind of giggling and like speaking to Atris. What's your passive perception? 14?
I think it's higher than that.
Okay.
15, yeah.
You heard Zan saying something along the lines of like, that was really good, and just kind of like flirtatious comments like that.
Okay.
But you also did hear the slight crash.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna go to Atris's room
Okay.
and knock on the door.
Atris isn't in her room yet. As you go to
Oh,
cross the
where is
hallway,
Atris?
you see Atris standing in front of a closed door.
Oh. Okay. I get your attention. I'm like, hey.
I I'm like mid, like right before I have to knock. I'm like,
No. Come here.
so I like a little angrily like head towards Butcher.
Okay. So, who did it?
Who did what?
Who did it?
Me and Stan?
Was it me? Where's the bad
No, it was
guy?
me. I did it.
No, it wasn't you. It wasn't any of us. But somebody had to fucking do it, and that's what they're gonna ask in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I'm like just now catching on. Like after the drink from Dan, I'm like, oh yeah.
There has to be a
I've had
bad
fake
guy.
sex, alcohol, and murdered people. This is a lot.
Yeah. You
All
need a
in, like, 20
scapegoat.
minutes.
I ain't going down for this, man. We gotta have a.
It's fine. Listen. York's is across the hall, and then his people are across the hall. 2 and 2, you know.
Or we're just all gone in the morning. Never.
Yeah,
come
if
back
we all leave in the
ever.
morning, it'll be fucking obvious. Why don't
Beatrice and I
you?
didn't hear anything. We were fucking, clearly.
Yeah, so it's gonna be me. Everyone's gonna think it's me. Great. It's the guy with one arm,
I'm-
of course.
I'm also awake too.
Yeah, Navori, you heard all the same things that Butcher heard.
I'm just gonna say you need to sort out some sort of scapegoat. Bye.
Bye.
Do you leave after that?
Yeah.
You're just bye and just disappear.
I love
Bye.
it.
Bye, Felicia.
Closed door.
I like I'm just looking like what the fuck just happened, and I like okay, and I like go back.
Fuck, he's
towards-
right, though.
Say again.
He is right. Like we have to come up with something.
No, I had it. It's fine. I got
Oh,
this.
You
okay.
got this? Okay.
Just let Jesus take the wheel. Good.
Yeah, right.
The Traveler's got it. All right, it's fine. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, you knock very gently on the door and it opens immediately. Yorick's this time in his true form, the form that you grew up with and are familiar with, greets you. You're getting sloppy in your work. Any gestures for you to come in?
I like roll my eyes and push the door open before, just kind of waltzing in and sitting down at the chair.
So it's done?
It's done. I do need you to kind of make a little bit of noise and maybe break a window.
Yeah, I was thinking in my half-orc form, I can just jump out the window, shape change into something else, and blame the half-orc.
So just like old times then.
Just like old times.
And I kind of like, just like a little bit of like a reminiscent chuckle, and like before being like, oh fuck, shit, no, this is real serious. And I'm like, all right, so the dagger then?
He pulls out the magic items now.
Give me the loot.
He pulls out the sapphire inlaid twin to the dagger that you already possess, and he just he flips it in his fingers and hands you the hilt. I will send you the stats on the songbird blades after the session. Use them well. Remember, they always know the location of the other, but you have to be within a certain distance to teleport.
And I just stare at it for a second before kind of like grabbing it, and still staring at it. I like nod. It's like kind of like an uncomfortably long silence. I feel like Gorks is just like, all right, let's fucking go. Like, Jesus Christ.
In the uncomfortable silence, you see, you kind of look like Yorks nods, and as you're kind of looking at the blades, you see him rolling up his sleeve, revealing the gold dragon that's on his skin. You see it kind of like writhing and twisting about his hand and his fingers. And you see him approach the fireplace where he has a poker, an iron poker sitting. He pulls it out. You know, I never quite understood the tattoo thing. I don't know if it's a tracker, if it's a loyalty thing. Best to just get rid of it.
Like right before you
And
say
you
it,
watch
right
as
before you do this, like as you're about to do it, I'm like, wait, and then like it doesn't stop you.
He continues and he just grits his, well, let's see. Yeah, he just grits his teeth and you see sweat coming down his brow as he cauterizes his own skin, burning through the golden dragon. You see the dragon begin to stop moving and just kind of become an outline on his skin. Yes.
I have to ask, if you rolled really bad on that, was he just gonna pass out like a little
Yeah.
bitch?
Just pass out from pain. He rolled well. He could do this quietly. You see him kind of go into a kit that he has on his side and wrap gauze around it. So, I guess we're done here.
And I still feel like very awkwardly, I'm just kind of like staring almost at whatever wrist he just fucking singed the shit out of. And I like wait. I'm like, yeah, I guess we're done. And I stand up from the table.
Good luck with your group. And I hope we do meet again one day.
And I just nod. I don't say anything yet, and I head to the door, and like my hands on the knob, and like very romantic comedy movie. I like turn back to him, and I'm like, "But where will you go?"
Yeah. I'm quite literally burned virgin with the golden dragons. But shadow relics are always looking for work. There's a couple of other clans out there that are always for freelancers. Rich people looking to take out other rich people. People always want other people killed. I'll find workarounds. You know, I've never been one to stay in a place long.
I like nod and just kind of like assess the information and turn the knob halfway. Stand there for a second. And I turn the knob back and I like run back into him and give him this full embrace hug.
He's clearly taken aback for a moment as you hug him. And he just slowly wraps an arm around you, like an arm and then his other around you, and just pulls you in tight. And just holds you close. He gives your shoulder a squeeze. Before kind of like pushing you back playfully. And just squeezing your shoulder. He just kind of like has a half smile as he looks at you and nods.
I kind of like stare at him for a second. I'm just like, I feel like at this point I'm like kind of hustling, and I'm just like staring at him like, listen, I'm really sorry for whatever happened, and I like turn the door and just go back to my room real quick.
As you go to leave, you just hear him say, "Consider us even," as the door closes behind. And you make your way back to your bedroom.
It's really touching.
In the middle of the night, a couple of hours later, you are all awoken to a very large crash coming from the room across the hall from the handlers. But yeah, I'm assuming you guys all go to sleep afterwards. And yeah, you wake up the next morning. The smell of bacon, eggs, fresh bread just kind of greeting your noses. Probably the best food that you've eaten since you were in the capital with your Colosseum fight.
I feel like after last night,
Champions.
I didn't sleep very well, or at least a lot. I feel like I'm very on edge. So I feel like I'm up almost at like sunrise and heading downstairs.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
10.
10. You're good. You're super tired, but you didn't reach like an exhaustion level. Sort of tired, but yeah, you're a little irritable. You're a bit snippy. Whatever Atris is when she's tired.
So normal Atris then.
There you go. Back to session 1 Atris. But yeah, you all kind of at your own accord meet each other downstairs.
When we're down there, is there any type of like hubbub? Basically, did anybody figure out bodies or anything?
Yeah.
Like blood dripping
Do we
through
walk
the
down
floor
to like
onto the ground.
investigators?
You guys walk downstairs and you see a couple of Crown's Guard talking to the bartender. You see a couple of Crown's Guard talking to the innkeeper. And then you see a couple of others kind of coming up and down the stairs going into the room. As you guys were passing by, you did notice there was like a do not enter sign on the door. And as you guys are all kind of reconvening downstairs, you do see the innkeep kind of gesture to the group of you. And 2 of the Crown's Guards kind of split off from the group talking to the innkeeper and make your way over. A Dwarven woman and a Dwarven woman and an Elven man approach. The Elven man speaks first and just, oh, good morning, everyone. How did everybody sleep?
I'd like to kind of try and like get eye contact with the whoever the barkeep was last night that I winked at and was just like, I slept fine, and we're like, my eyes are on him like, you didn't fucking tell anyone, right?
The bartender who you told about this is just kind of looking at you, and you see he kind of chuckles softly and looks down to his bar. Roll a deception check.
18.
Okay. She nods and or he nods and looks to the rest, and all of you, and he kind of clocks Atris, seeing kind of the bags under her eyes. Sleep okay?
It was a little restless. You know, I had a bit of excitement, but it was fine.
Roll a deception
Yeah, you
check.
did.
It's not
I guess-
deception, though.
I guess this would be persuasion, because you did have an exciting night.
Just not the way he thought, right?
Oh, babe.
Is
I
lying
rolled
by
a
omission?
bad here. I don't know. You decide.
I would say persuasion.
Okay, so it's 21 instead of 25. So
Come here.
He kind of looks and nods. Well, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there was a murder early this morning.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
what?
Everybody
why they had
rolled
the little
a 20.
sign?
Roll what?
Deception.
Is that why they had the little sign set up that looks like, you know, the wet floor sign, except for the dead body version of that?
that would be.
Minor illusion.
I got a 14.
14.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad.
I rolled an 8.
I got a 6.
An oath. Yep.
I also got a 14.
I got a
14.
6.
And Butcher, you got an
I
8.
am muted. Oops.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. It was a group deception check, so David really helped
Bringing up that
bump
average.
that average up. He kind of looks at you and raises a brow and kind of takes you all in. Can you account for what you were doing between sundown to sunup?
Sorry, is this the bartender?
No, this is the Crown's Guard.
5-0.
Sleeping.
I feel like I'm not talking. I feel like I'm real silent here, like just kind of groggy.
I'm looking at Atris and like kind of side-eyeing her and being like, I was definitely sleeping with my husband that whole time.
Why'd you say it like that?
No
No.
reason.
I kind of want to be like, what are you talking about? What? Why would? Yeah.
What's
why
with
would
the
you
third
say
degree?
that?
What is happening here?
That's funny because I thought I heard some moaning noises last night coming from the room next door.
Wait, what? I kind of look at Atris, and I'm like, moaning?
I'm not looking at Navora.
I get real red and just look down at the table, like basically trying to make this as awkward as possible for the interrogator.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
all
it's-
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you
I know.
have some kind of intercourse with somebody else in this group?
Did you or did you not?
Was I
have
sleep coming
sexual
again?
relations
I just
with
love how
that woman?
I'm so mad that our relationship is like we were the only people in this group other than the married couple that had any type of intercourse, and now like me and Zan did it. She's like, oh, bond.
She doesn't actually know that it didn't happen.
I know that's the best part.
Yeah.
I could get up from the table and like try and flip it, but my arm detaches again because I didn't put it back together right. I'm like,
And I want to like look over at Zan and be like, you have a husband.
Nothing happened, and I'm blushing for no reason.
I can't believe that this is happening right now. I can't believe this is happening. Atris, what the fudge?
I look at the interrogator and I'm like, I don't know what is happening between you guys, but I clearly have bigger matters to attend to, and I like grab my wife and just try to leave.
And I kind of want to just like, I want to grab Atris and just like kind of be like, you need to explain
And then
yourself.
Butcher's just like, I have a reason to leave too. And then
yeah. Like I'm gonna throw.
after
a
they
bitch
leave,
fit.
I high five Atris. I hold it out.
he holds his other arm.
The dwarven woman who is standing is trying so hard not to laugh at all of this. She's there like she's trying so hard to be professional. And the elven man is just standing there in complete shock at what he has just unraveled with all of you. He looks at Butcher, who seems to be the only one, like, not throwing a huge fit about this. And he's like, sir, can you, did you see a half-orc at all last night? You seem to be the only one who actually can't talk to us at the moment.
Yes, I did. He looked very suspicious, as all of his kind do.
Holy shit!
This is inappropriate. I'm sorry.
That's a character flaw right there.
I'm pretending. I'm
Motherfucking
acting.
racist.
I'm acting. I'm pretending to be this person. I'm not this person. I just want to creep. I want to make it obvies that I'm
That's
not
why
a
you
reliable
waited until
source.
Targuk was gone so that you could join the group. I get it now.
Oh my god! You got okay. Roll a perform. No, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it.
I heard
Just
I
you
heard him say
that, and he's
something.
like,
I heard him say something in Orcish. I don't understand it though. And I say in Orcish, tonight's the night we kill those two.
do you mind saying that to our translator?
No problem. No problem. I repeat it
Perfect.
to the translator.
If you'll come with us, please.
Oh boy.
Butcher!
I'm fucking dying right now.
Okay, hold on. What did he actually? What did he actually?
He wants you to say what you just said to the
Tonight's-
translator.
Okay,
Oh,
I want to get it. I want to
Make
get it
sure
slightly
you don't
wrong.
say we again and say I because that's
Oh yeah,
bad.
sorry, sorry.
So he leads you over to a half orc man dressed in like the Crown's Guard plate, and the elven man says, "Excuse me, sir, just a moment of your time. This man believes that he has a lead on the half orc man that was here earlier this evening. That could have something to do with this case." And the half orc's like, "Oh yes, of course." And he leans over and he's like, "Yes, what can I do for you? What did you hear?"
Okay, so I don't remember it exactly, but it sounded a lot like, and I say something that's slightly off, like I'm gonna kill those noodles. I'm gonna murder those noodles.
Do you say it in a really bad accent too?
Yeah, just like I don't understand Orcish.
He's gonna do it with an elvish accent.
I don't
The
speak
superior
I
race.
don't speak Elvish, so yeah.
he's gonna
What you think
speak
is
it with
elvish
his interpretation of elvish accent. Oh my god, that was so fucking good.
The half orc just kind of nods, and you see him writing something down on
What does it
paper.
mean? I like, look at the paper. I'm like, what are you writing? What is that? What did he say?
And he shows you exactly what you said. Like, tonight's the night I kill those noodles.
He wasn't eating noodles though. No.
No, he wasn't.
They don't
No.
even serve noodles at this tavern. I was fucking
Yeah.
upset.
Well, potentially, you don't speak Orcish, do you?
No.
Roll a deception check
Oh.
for me.
Shit. I try not to get myself in this position. Deception check. I'm gonna use an inspiration point.
Yeah.
Nice. Charisma 0. 18.
18. Well, he got a nat 1.
Oh, thank Christ.
So he just nods and like, oh.
I
yes,
say
yes,
so.
of
I say
course,
no
okay."
in Orcish, and he's like, "Good."
Well, thank you for your help. Orcish is a very difficult language, but I'm sure there was just a misunderstanding somewhere. Thank you for cooperating with us this evening or this morning.
No problem.
Please go back to your.
I hold my other. I like hold up my hand and wave goodbye with it, and then go sit down. See ya.
You're holding your.
I gotta go take care of this whole fucking shit now. Yeah.
prosthetic.
Like, see ya.
High five, holding hands.
High five.
Your hand fell?
Drop it like it's hot. Oh.
Yeah, you do that. He is visibly uncomfortable. And you walk back to the party unaccompanied by any guard.
Oh fuck! This is like we just threw.
Atris like go for a long distance high five, and I throw the hand at him. Yeah.
We just threw like
Her at her. Sorry.
a whole season of Young and Restless and a Paralympics at this like interrogator.
So, what's going on? How's it going with the episode of Bori?
Outside. He is the father.
I
Who are
mean,
you starting with? Are you starting with the married couple or the not married couple?
We'll start with the married couple.
I feel like because I gave David a little bit of a heads up last night,
What's happening?
he's confused, but he's not upset. Yeah, he's not upset, but he's like, what the fuck is going on right now? I mean, definitely nothing with me and Atris. Can we please talk about this later? Like, can we have a marital moment later to talk about this? Because I don't feel like this is appropriate for in public, honey.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Then Atris and Navora.
All right, are we in the bar and this is happening, or did we get?
Yeah, you guys are still in the bar.
We're trying to eat breakfast, but clearly it's not going well.
All right, I'm just Navora, just relax. Like it's fine. Just don't make a big deal about it. It's fine. Stop freaking out.
I feel like I would just like instantly just be like, okay. Like I feel like I would just like totally get all the vibes and just be like, okay, but you need to really explain this to me at some point because I'm very confused.
Yeah, like I will, but like just chill. Like it's fine. Like, you know, act cool.
Okay. I'm cool. Look at it. I'm cool. I'm
You
not.
don't look cool right
I'm
now.
not
Like,
jealous. I'm cool. I mean, I'm just saying, if I knew this, I would have stayed with the bartender. But I mean, it's totally fine.
I
Like,
like actually get. Oh, you would have left me for the half tiefling kid.
you know what? Okay, at least somebody, like, you know. Okay, no, we're not doing this right now. We are
No,
not
we're
doing this
doing
right
this
now.
now, apparently.
Well,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to eat my bacon. We'll talk about
you
it.
can eat in time like this. Okay.
Great. Awesome.
Where's the mimosas? Bring on the mimosas.
You have a problem.
You make me drink, okay?
Oh.
What? I should drink it now.
Oh.
Would make a good married couple.
Okay, y'all
Session
froze on me.
title.
Episode
I don't
4.
know.
Episode 4. You make me drink.
All right. Well, as you all begin to reconvene, Butcher holding his prosthetic arm, with two people now thinking he's a little bit racist towards half-orcs. Atris and Navora kind of bickering back and forth, and Zan and David walking back, totally chill. That is where we are going to end today's session.
God.
So fucking. My cheeks hurt from laughing so much. It was such a fun session.
Oh my God.
What an ending to a very dramatic session.
I needed
Honestly,
that.
though.
Absolutely.
That was an
Holy
awesome
shit.
session. Like I didn't do a whole lot, but I actually enjoyed it so much. So
Dude, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
no,
for
no, no,
talking.
no, no. Don't feel bad. Like it was
So
super
good,
important.
though.
Oh, that was
So
good.
Yeah, it was one of the best sessions for sure. So yeah.
No,
Alright.
it was awesome. It was so good to have you guys all role playing and character discussion and debate and differences of opinions. It was
Yeah, I
awesome.
actually like really appreciated that Matt was like very like, to his morals, and like I really enjoyed that like struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a whole like we had to go somewhere and kill somebody, and I was gonna be involved in it, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
that's definitely
But that's
not
okay because that's totally how it sounded.
okay.
Yeah.
But like turning a blind eye while somebody else murders another mercenary, I'm like, meh.
Yeah,
Gang
exactly.
member, whatever.
Yeah, but yeah. We'll talk about when we're gonna play next. Hopefully next Monday, but we'll see. Obviously, schedule dependent. But yeah, I want to go to bed because I gotta get up at 5. So.
For sure.
Right.
Quickly, I want to give inspiration points to Atris, Butcher, and Zan
Nice.
Totally
because awesome
justified.
job.
Coming up with racism in the heat of the moment is a 10 out of 10 move. I agree.
Coming up with racism and pretend
When
sex.
when
as
you, when you
alibi.
really need an inspiration point, just be racist. We learned that today. Let's take that away
Yeah.
from the session today.
DM loves
Meg loves
solid bit of
racism.
racism.
Yeah, our DM loves racism. Everyone, don't forget that for next session. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.